Welcome to this video from Attend Locksmiths. This video really doesn't have anything to do with locksmithing. It's about a BF Ford Falcon where the heater mixer is basically broken, and what we need to do is we need to remove the whole dash to replace this one part. And also we're going to have a look at the servo control box also and repair that, and this is a very common problem with these cars, so I'm going to walk you through step by step, show you a few photos, a couple of videos. Okay, here we go. So I just thought I'd show you the mixer shaft here, and basically it has a piece of metal that runs all the way from the top here all the way down to the bottom, and apparently right here it breaks, and on the other side here this slips into the grey, kind of like it's a servo motor board that will actually drive two cogs and a worm gear and actually turn this with electric motor. And that's the look of it that way, that's the look of it that way, and it goes together like that. So also one of the other things, when you do take out the grey box and you take out all the dash, you're going to have a couple of linkage rods. There's a yellow lever, there's a black lever, there is a green lever, and there's a blue lever. And what you should do is actually, when you do take that apart, just get a permanent texter like a Sharpie and actually just draw lines on the actual plastic grey box, so you know exactly how it should go back together again when you do take that out, because you've got to take that out to replace this. So this is for the single zone air conditioning system, and then the dual one apparently has got it split into two sections so you can turn the butterflies like that. Okay, so what we have here is a BF Ford Falcon. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we've removed the seats, we've removed the center console where the gear stick is and the handbrake. There's a lot of little clips that you've got to take off and remove the glove box. Things are pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to probably turn around and explain absolutely everything, because this is a job that you shouldn't even be contemplating on if this needs to be explained to you. I'm only going to just explain just some key elements here. The rest of it, like that cover that I'm tapping on right now, that actually comes off. There's a couple of connectors just right underneath there. Now with the Fords, they do connect differently, so just have a look. There's a bolt on that side, and same with the driver's side, that hooks into the actual dash chassis. Up the top there's a screw underneath this cover right here, so you remove the cover, and it's an Allen key. It's actually a 532 Imperial Allen key bolt. It's about 50 mils long. So what we're looking at here is the dash is almost ready to come out. We removed a lot of stuff there. You've got to be careful of some of these clips when you actually remove it. The air duct on the passenger side came out, two screws holding that in. Then the trim above the glove box, there's a little clip on the left hand side. Remove that clip and then slowly pull that piece off that goes along the glove box. That was a little bit tricky. So here you can see the clips, the trim that I was talking about for the glove box at the top there. There's a yellow one, and you can see a bit of white in the catch just there. Also, you pull out the vent of the fan, give that a bit of a clean while you're there. You can see rectangular on top of the blower. So there's another look for it. You just hang the steering wheel down. I'll show you the next photo of that. Okay, to drop the column, there's quite a few little connectors. Just grab a flat blade screwdriver on the steering column, undo all those connectors. Right at the very back there's like a steering wheel sensor. It's just right above the brake pedal. As you can see, it's actually black, you've got to take that clip out. Actually clips from the passenger side, depress it and then pull it out just very slowly. That was a little bit tricky. No real problems whatsoever. Very, very careful. Just lower the wheel down and just let it sit like that. There is a uni joint on there. You don't really have too many problems with that. At the top there are some clips that hold the dash in. There's 3 clips and it just comes out. You know, it's no big deal. So here's a picture of me with a fantastic expression on my face, with the dash behind me. Okay, so here we go. Next to the blower on the passenger side, you can see that grey box there. So we're going to be pulling that out, and there's 2 mounting screws that you can actually see. There's like 3 pieces just there. The one in the middle is where you've got the mixer shaft that goes straight through that box there. So just mark the levers on the actual case as you're pulling it out, so you get the exact position when you're putting them back. You could mark the gears when you do open up. See, there's a black lever there, and in the middle on the right hand side there, that's where the mixer control fits in. So we'll have a look at some more photos. Okay, so here's the inside. You can see the motors that are there. They're just like little RC ones that you would have pulled apart when you were a kid. Got some worm drives there, and also you'll see on those there's actually optical sensors that actually recognizes the position or how much it's turning. So these motors should turn forward and backwards. So if they don't, which was one of the cases with that particular one right there, is where the mixer is actually connected to on that gear. So here we're looking at it again. On the right hand side with all the grease on it. That was the problem, so I fixed that. Sorry, I forgot to include how I fixed this. Was the spindle that goes through the motor this motor that we're just looking at here, the one that's right closest to us, on the other side there is a plastic bracket that actually keeps the spindle that has a worm drive connected to the motor. Now what I did is I got a bit of, I think it was about 1.5 mil aluminium by like 20 mil by 35 mil, and what I did is just get a flat bit of aluminium, cut a H section out of the top, so you kind of have like a castle with 2 pins. This is flat aluminium. Then do the same for the bottom. I used liquid paper, and what I did is I marked top and bottom, drilled 2 holes through it so it would be square into a round hole to make it tight. And then just it is tricky, you need to have some skills about you, and then place that into the case, and that will stop the shaft from moving backwards and forwards, and therefore then the motor will move backwards and forwards, and that's how you fix this particular issue. So this will be very common throughout this series. Okay, so this is the finished product. We've got everything back in, the seats are back in. We've just got to put this clip that back on. It goes into 2 little clips like that. Got to be very careful when you take that out because it's hit on direct sunlight, and these cars are getting a bit older, so just take your time removing that. I can't stress that enough. Everything really, I've got a few extra trim screws to put in along the driver's side door kick wheel where the seat belt is. You got to undo the seat belt right here. The cowling for that slips in from the top, and then you clip it together and put 2 screws. No big deal. As a locksmith, I do it all the time. A lot of people get hung up on that one, and that's it. Okay, so here's where I appealed to you, where I've pieced together this video and I've made it as informative as I possibly can. To show your appreciation, if you can press the thumbs up if you like the video. Don't bother pressing the thumbs down, because look, I've really put a lot of time into this, and this isn't what I do for a living, and I really generally want to help somebody. So look, hit the subscribe button, that also helps as well, but more importantly hit the like button. I'd like to get my Attend Locksmith website and YouTube channel and all of that really working, so people see me more, call me for a locksmithing job. So that was the aim for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, And as I said, this is where I appeal to your kind-heartedness, and press the thumbs up. Thanks for watching.